general takeaways, impressions? I mean, what do you see out there?
I thought the defense flied around really well today, especially the back seven. I've stated several times, I think we've got a really good group of linebackers in secondary, and if you watch the whole thing, I think you saw them on display today. They were running around, making a lot of plays, both on the ball and in the run game. So, offensively, we made some mistakes that we can't make. And unfortunately, we haven't been making those here in training camp until today. Ball was on the ground too much today. Had a few snap issues, had some protection issues, things that we've actually been doing pretty good on during training camp, but they showed up today. So we got a lot of work to do. I've seen a lot of positive things, but we've got a lot of work to do just to be able to consistently execute the routine things, being able to snap, hold, ball, secure the ball, catch the ball, and not beat yourself with pre-snap penalties. And some of those things crept up today.
We haven't seen a ton of depth chart changes in the first 8 or 9 practices. Could this be a week going forward after you evaluate this tape where you can see some?
Maybe. There's a couple spots where there's an opportunity, but we knew coming into training camp the majority of the positions who was going to play. It was just a matter of who was going to maybe get into a rotation because you need the depth. There's probably a few spots that are still, obviously being evaluated. And I know you guys will ask it eventually. I'm surprised it's taken so long about the quarterback, but there's positions like that and a few others that we're still evaluating.
How do you think each of the quarterbacks did today?
Good and bad. There were ups and downs for both quarterbacks. Going to have to really watch the film to see, the mistakes or issues that came up offensively, really where the initial breakdown came from. Some of it's going to be on the O-line, some of it's going to be on the back, maybe on the receiver, some's going to be on the quarterback. But until we get a chance to sit and really watch the film, something happened just by being out here. But you really got to look at what happened, what was the mistake before you start saying it was this position or that position.
Do you anticipate McClain getting first team reps?
I couldn't make that comment about that question today, right now at this point, until we watch the film. We've got an off day tomorrow, a mandated off day, so we'll meet as a staff and go through personnel. We'll evaluate the film today, meet with the players today, and then we'll have a big personnel meeting tomorrow and have some conversations about the positions that are still up for grabs and what the plan is moving forward in terms of either giving another guy a look, splitting reps, or stick with what we've been doing.
Did any guys jump out at you down on the field?
Well, like I mentioned, the linebackers in secondary did. They did pretty much all day. At the end, we got down in the red zone. The offense had some success running the ball down there. Got to figure out why we did pull some of the starting guys, the first-string guys, when we got down there because they had enough reps. So got to look at that. But for the most part, our secondary and linebackers played really fast today.
How about Malik Dixon vaulting his way up to first team reps as safety as he looks, I guess, in camp? And what has he done to kind of merit those reps?
Well, he's done a lot. He's not fully cleared yet medically. He's pretty close. He had shoulder surgery in spring. He got hurt in spring. But he's out here getting a lot of non-contact reps. And Malik's got size, he's got speed, he's got athleticism. Chris Izian is another safety that's splitting time with him at that position. And they've both been going back and forth with the one. So that's a position where nothing's finalized yet. We've had 2 different individuals getting reps with the ones. I don't see that changing through this next week. Those guys will both still be going back and forth. But I've seen a lot of positive out of both of them.
How was interacting with the fans during the autograph session?
The fans are always great. The guys, the people that show up on a day like this are diehard Rutgers fans. Beautiful morning, great weather, great football. Just awesome to be able to interact with those guys.
Noticed Michael Clark in the stand for fans.
No, he's got some medical things, but no.
And then I noticed also Trey Avery didn't play that much. Is he okay also?
Yeah, he's okay. Just we held some guys out that it's camp. Guys get banged up. May need a couple days here or there based on an ankle, soft tissue issue or something that's come up. But the only injury note that I will mention to you guys, like always, that there's a long-term deal. Montario Hunt suffered an ACL injury a few days ago. He will miss the season. It was a non-contact deal. He went up to catch the ball, came down, landed a little awkward, and knee buckled, and it was confirmed the other day that he had torn his ACL and will be out. It's tough loss for our team, but really tough for him because he's worked really, really hard to try to get himself physically developed since he's been here. He's worked hard in the classroom. We really thought he was going to have a chance to help our team.
From a wide receiver perspective, Isaiah Washington, Davon Robinson, could they be the home run threats that you kind of need as an offense?
Potentially, it's too early to say that yet. That room has progressed a lot. It still has a lot of work to do to become a finished product. Some individuals have to step up for us to be able to say, hey, they're going to be home run threats. I do think that those guys are going to be consistent targets. Are they going to be necessarily down the field home run threats? I don't know about that. But they are going to be big body targets with good hands that run good routes that I think are going to help us move the sticks.
Two more questions.
With that right guard spot, I saw you working in Taylor. Is that spot still open? How do you see that falling out?
No. Nick Krim has been #1 all spring and all fall. That won't change unless something happens.
Ron Johnson, are you guys any closer?
No update yet on him. It's still some academic stuff. It's taking a little bit longer than we had originally anticipated, but it's not on our end. It's things on the other end that have to be taken care of.
Is Michigan playing games? In your opinion? You said that.
Playing games.
I mean, do you think is Michigan? I didn't know if you said that. That's all.
No, he's going to be a grad transfer. So there's, he's got to graduate. Just to graduate, there's paperwork that has to be done. There's things that have to be finalized. But no, there's nobody playing games.
T.J. Robinson had one, technically 2 picks if you count the one that didn't call back. What do you think of him today?
It kind of fits, like I mentioned earlier, the DBs were flying around pretty good today. He was one that was active and around the ball and trying to make some plays. I've really liked what I've seen out of him so far in training. He's going to be a really good player. I don't know what this year will look like for him. Maybe he could get involved in some special teams, but he's got a bright future, and every day he's always around the ball, always making plays.
Final question. Nothing on Langan. Johnny Langan's.
No, nothing.
Yep, nothing.
Hopefully this next week we'll hear something.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks.
All right, thank you guys. Take care.